Hey everybody, welcome to Blushing Phoenix. I've got some really exciting news for you today, and that is that we are rebranding. So if you've been around for quite some time, you know that when we started out this channel a couple of years ago, it was actually called Lean In Warrior, and it was all about stepping into that unknown, stepping into those things that make you feel very fearful, and moving through those things, because I really believe that freedom is on the other side of everything that just scares the crap out of us. So then we started talking a lot about erythrophobia, chronic blushing, and so I named the channel Blushing Phoenix, and my tagline and slogan became, I'm April and I help people move through their redness and into living their best life. But then over the past year, we've had some more evolving, and evolving is great. I think we should always be growing and changing. And so therefore, we are now rebranding to more of a broader spectrum around erythrophobia and chronic blushing, because the thing that I've learned with myself and with you all and many people who I talk to every day is that we fear the blushing, but why are we so afraid? And if we really start to dig through those layers, we start to realize that it's so much more than just this redness. We are so much more than the redness. We have so much more to give than being afraid of this redness. And we're also afraid of the redness, but it's deeper than that. So my friends, the new branding is still Blushing Phoenix, but now our slogan is Move Through Fear and Thrive. Because ultimately, erythrophobia is the fear of blushing. A lot of the issues that we all deal with is because we're afraid to turn red. And I think that definitely goes into our self-worth. It goes into childhood trauma. It goes into complex PTSD, corporate trauma, and other things that have left us in the state of mind and a belief system that we are less than because we turn red. And then we get really hyper-focused on the fact that we're red, and we can lose sight of the fact that many people struggle with fears that make them feel less than because of their beliefs around what that fear is and why they're afraid to begin with. So my intention and purpose of this channel is to provide you with resources that help you have awareness and get unstuck and start to think about what you're thinking about and give yourself some grace and some time and some space to process some really hard things that happen to you, but also moving forward with how are we going to get unstuck? What are we going to do even if we blush? Who are we even if we turn red? Is that our whole identity? If you have followed my journey, you will know that I have come so far in just a couple of years. And a lot of that has come from just talking about it, moving through the fear, digging through the layers of what am I so afraid of, meeting with really great people, some who just have stories of hope, some who have just been touched by the channel, and some who their expertise is helping others get unstuck, whether that is through therapies, tapping, diet, reframing, exposure, and so many other things. So with this new Blushing Phoenix brand, we are going to be having a podcast coming out shortly. As you all know, I love doing interviews with people. It's something I've done on the channel here with just Zoom, and it's something we want to take to the next level. I want to be able to create a space where you can have resources and tools to help you thrive. And the reason why I changed it from live your best life to thrive is because life is life. There are ups and downs and highs and lows, and that is completely normal. That's called being a human, right? But to thrive is to flourish. It's to excel. It's to move. It's to grow. It's to feel good about yourself and about the things you do in your day-to-day. You have gifts and treasures and passions that are either not tapped into or not expressed because you're so afraid. And I tell you, when you step into doing the things you love to do, giving back to the world, serving other people through your gifts and talents, you feel alive. You are living your best life. You thrive. My goal is to get us from this place to this place. I can't make you go there. I don't want to make you go there, but I do want to provide a safe place for you to be able to come and land and just have time to process and get resources and hear from people and hear stories of hope, to tap into why are you holding yourself back and what practical next steps can you take to move yourself forward. So you'll still hear from me. You'll still get some information from me. It's just going to be a more broader spectrum. So if you are excited about this and looking forward to the rebranding, I want to invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to like this video and leave a comment below and let me know what kind of information you would like to hear about. And that can be erythrophobia and chronic blushing. We're not going to do away with that. We're just evolving beyond that. So that could be asking for a promotion at work or having social anxiety. And that's another thing. We want to move from saying I have social anxiety or I am a blusher to I get anxious or I feel anxious when I'm in these big crowds and groups. And I would like to know how to move through that. We're not trying to do away with fear. Fear is not our enemy. fear actually can be a really great companion. It's just about giving fear its rightful place, giving it time to speak to us, talking to our fear, understanding our fear, but also driving the narrative of the story of what we want and not what it is telling us to do. Because its whole job is to keep us safe and in survival and just keep us alive, right? But that's no way to live. You don't thrive that way. You cannot be creative that way. You cannot be expressive that way. So the goal with Blushing Phoenix going forward is to move through fear and thrive. Very simple and yet so complex, right? So I invite you on the next season of this journey. Thank you for coming this far with me, and I look forward to seeing you on this new path. Welcome to Blushing Phoenix. I am April, and I help people move through fear and thrive.